Hi everyone, I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window Life. I have a special show for you today and I prepare many beautiful things that I think you're going to fall in love with. Oh, I know our Little Sweetheart collection is back in stock and I cannot tell you how excited I am because for months and months I have responding to emails and your questions about it because a lot of you wanted to do the quilt that is right behind me. That quilt is from Sew in Love book and it's a beautiful sampler. There are 12 9-inch blocks in this quilt. Some of them you're gonna make 4 times, some of the blocks you're gonna do 8. It is just gorgeous, and once you have your blocks done, you can set it up to this beautiful quilt. There are 2 quilts in a book. One has the applique, and that's the one I have it on the wall. Notice I have beautiful appliques right through it, but there is a second option in a book for a pieced block that will replace the applique. Both options are gorgeous. Notice it, look at the book. It is beautiful, wonderful directions. I did this book with Pat Quarter Shop, and I'm so proud of it, and I am so thankful to all the girls that work with me on the book. It was so special. Did you notice? So special, so in love. But the quilt and the book is based on our Little Sweetheart collection. This collection has 22 the most amazing fabric pieces. They're stunning. One of my personal favorite is this big print. Notice it, how beautiful it is. I love the size of the flowers on this print because if you're cutting little 3.5 and by 3.5 inch squares for some of the blocks, you can fussy cut. They're really nice size, the flowers on this print. I just love it. Love the little simple leaves. Everything that is happening in this print just tickles my elbow. I love the little caramel with the reds and pinks. I think it's just beautiful. And when I designed the collection, I really wanted to do a red and white quilt. But as I researched and looked at some of my antique quilts, I noticed that there was a little pink in my red quilts. Maybe because the red faded away with time, or maybe just because that's what the girls that made those antique quilts had it. So I incorporate in my red and white collection a lot of beautiful pinks. As you can see it, you will have a great time working from that collection. And we do have it. Fat 8 bundles from the full collection. There it is. So you have all of the pieces in a Fat 8. This kind of bundle is perfect for a smaller project or just get a little taste and see how the fabric looks, and then you can order the bigger pieces. We have my favorite Fat Quarter bundle. This is just wonderful. It gives you enough fabric to make a beautiful quilt. And we also have the half yard bundles. So the half yard bundle actually is the best because you get to fussy cut, you get to do whatever you wanted to do, and you can make a lovely quilt, and any leftovers you can use it for a smaller project. But half yard bundle for me, that's the one I go and bring it home with to my stash. So this is all about those fabrics. Now with the book, we have additional things that come out. We have templates. He loves me, he loved me not. It is for this little quilt right here, but you can make this quilt as big as you want it. I made it small because I wanted for a little wall hanging and have the little beautiful tulips on it. I did a class on it on our YouTube channel. So if you want to see how I made this little quilt, or you want a scrappy version of this quilt, you can go ahead and visit our website, our YouTube channel for that one. We do have a free pattern that comes out with this collection as well, but that's for the end. I'm gonna show you this in the end. But with the book, we also had silhouettes that come out, and this package of silhouettes right there, notice, this package gives you everything you need for all of the applique, including those leaves right here. So not only the beautiful love branches, but also the little leaves right here. So the package includes everything you need for the whole quilt, for the appliques, if you're doing the applique version of the quilt. So that's another one. Then I had right here on the table, this is a paper foundation. and it is just wonderful because there is a little New York Beauty block right here. So we have a little paper foundation. You also have a paper, you also have the pattern in a book, and you can scan it and you can make your own copies from it if you wanted to. But getting the paper makes it easy. It's everything that you need. So those are the few things. From the Sew in Love collection, I had few patterns that come out, and one of my favorite patterns is the Honeymoon, because you can't be in love without going on a honeymoon. And I did this quilt right here. This is the New York Beauty quilt. Notice how beautiful it is. I love how big the pieces are. It was not difficult. It really was nice to do it because of the size of the pieces. So that is the Honeymoon quilt, and I tell you, I'm working on one in a scrappy version. It is gorgeous. So that is for the Honeymoon quilt. The favorite was the Sweetheart and the Lovebird trio, where you have the larger hearts and the smaller hearts. I have the smaller hearts on the pillow right here, and the pillows are sometimes fun to do it. So we have that project also with the Sew in Love collection, and we have a stencil that gives you 3 sizes of hearts for a layer cake, charm pack, and a little mini little candy squares. So we included the 3 sizes on our stencils if you would like to work with those. And everyone's favorite cranberry chain, we got to see it a few weeks ago with the red and blue right through it. Today I have that quilt in only the little Sweetheart collection in the reds, the original quilt. And this pattern is so cool because it gives you 3 sizes. So if you want a baby quilt, boom, you're ready to go. If you want a full-size quilt, you have it included, and the largest size is 96 by 96. That's a queen size, and it's perfect for a nice big bed. Notice that I don't put borders on the cranberry chain. If you want to make that quilt a little bit bigger, you get a beautiful piece of fabric like this. Add an inner border, outer border, you're good to go. And I can tell you wanted to know how much to buy for a border. When I think of borders, I usually get 2 yards of the fabric because I want to have enough, depends on what size width of the border I wanted to do it. So on average, I get at least 2 yards because that way I'm good to go. If you do not want to piece your border, you have to look at your quilt, how long the sides are. So for example, if this is 96 inches, I'm gonna get 3 yards because that will give me a plenty of fabric that I can cut, and if I want to mender the corners, I can do that as well. So that is my advice for you. Now there's something more that I have prepared for you, and it is hiding right here. Let me put that book to the side. Some of you have been asking about Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever is one of the blue and white quilts from our collection called Bluebird. Remember, I showed you this before. So yes, we do have kits. So the kits are available on our website. We have the Trip Around the Island kit right now from the Bluebird collection and the Cabin Fever, and I included 2 of the panels so you can have it for maybe a pillow and smaller project, and then you have one of the panels for the center of the quilt. And speaking of kits, we have right now Cranberry chain kits available. We have little Sweetheart kits available. We have our Sew in Love pillow kit. What it's just wonderful. So if you go to our website and want something in red and white, we have the most beautiful selection of kits. And yes, we got a kit for this beautiful quilt as well. So we just put them on. They're limited amount. We are a small business, so there's only a few of us that are cutting and prepping the kits and folding for you girls. So do not be upset if you have to wait a little bit. We love you so much, and we are so thankful for your business. You have no idea how much you impacting this small business and this small community that we created here, and we're so thankful. But please be patient. Anytime we have a kit, if a sellout, just put your name on a list. When we restock, you get an email that we have them in stock again. But right now, we just restock all of the kits for Little Sweetheart collection. So if you want something, please go to our website and enjoy it. And speaking of kids and something fun, I don't know if you know it, but notice this beautiful quilt on a table. This one calls a Dear One, and it's a free pattern on our website. And yes, we have a kit for that one. And I just picked up from the table some of our silhouettes. I have showed you the one for So in Love, so you are already familiar with it. So this is for this quilt, but we also have the little sweetheart silhouettes. So there is a branches and birds and all of the things that you need, and these silhouettes have fusible webbing on it. And we also have snippets for all our girls that love, and guys, of course, guys too, that love hand applique. So for the hand appliquing, you don't have anything on it, just 1/4 inch seam allowance, and you can needle turn the edges to your designs, because all our patterns, when I create a pattern, I provide you with hand, machine, or fusible applique direction. All our patterns can be done in any of the techniques, whichever technique is favorite to you. And we have also on our YouTube channel videos for fusible applique, hand applique. I did it with da da da. So visit there if you want to learn something new. But I have to tell you, this is such a reasonable price. They're $15. For $15, everything is already pre-cut for you, ready, set, go. All that you have to do is try an applique. Otherwise, you have to get a bundle that you're gonna be cutting from it yourself. What a waste. Get our snippets or silhouettes. We have them in stock. This is wonderful. So this is for our So in Love collection. And before I answer questions, I want to show you one more piece from the fabrics. Look at this light one. Isn't that beautiful? So that's the same print, but in just a light background with the design right on it. I love using that one, and I used it in this quilt for the border, and I add a beautiful pink binding on the edges. I know sometimes you're gonna say, oh, it's a lighter one, use light for the border. I like that. I think it's beautiful, and the design is so fun and busy. It really helps anchor and give me inspiration for the middle of the quilt. So really, really nice. And I love, like I said, this little bit of a touch of caramel that is really helps warm up some of the reds. They're already warm enough, but just give the little bit vintage feel to it. So do we have any questions today? Yes?
Yes, we do. Tina would love to know, she was saying that she has a fat 1/8 of your reds, and she would love to know what a great pattern would be for that.
Oh, if you have a fat 8, I would go for the little sweetheart, because on fat 8s, you will get at least 2 hearts out of every fat 8. All that you need is a background, or you could do cut a heart from one side of your fat 8, and from the other side use it as your background, so you have a heart on heart and you can swap those around. So fat 8s are quite nice. This pattern is made for 10-inch squares, but it also fits on a 9-inch by 20 inches, so fat 8 would work really nice for that one. This one is a great one. Oh, so many things. Fat 8 would work nice for the tulip, and you can only that you would need is a nice background, so you can go to our website. The background that I use for this one is our best-selling background that we have. We also did a da 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 collection with that print. It's the 8515-L, so it's a light with a little polka dot on it. Let me pull that bolt right here. Look at this. And yep, so this is the L1, so 8515 L1, and it's just a light with the beautiful little polka dots. And here the polka dots are in light pink, and here so often I have them in a little bit darker, so we give a little bit movement. It's very subtle, but it's a really good background. I use this, notice I have it in this quilt, I have it in this quilt, I have it in this quilt. It is a favorite, I'm telling you. And it's gonna be gone soon. So if you want some, please grab it, because I don't know if we're gonna be able to have more of this fabric. We were so lucky that Andover decided to reprint this collection. We had so much demand because of this beautiful album quilt. What it's stunning. And speaking back of the album quilt, some of the blocks are more difficult than others. When you open the book and your first block, because I started from the corner, if it's a little bit too difficult, take your time, practice on something simpler, you know, something easier, then go back to that low block. But I tell you, I had so much fun doing this quilt. It has been just amazing. And with every block, you learn a technique, and it's really fun to look at it and see and refresh it. So you have 12 blocks, 12 fun techniques. You have the option of applique, and you have the option of piecing. And I want to bring to your attention what I also put in the book. You're gonna fall in love with this, is that I created quilts only with one block. So you have just take one block from the album quilt and how the design look if you repeat that block over and over. And all of those quilts come in crib, lap, twin, and queen size quilts. All of the fabric requirements for those are on this side, so you can have lots of fun working on different projects. And I also included a nice fun ideas for your borders, how you change that. It really adds, and multiple layouts. So if you make blocks and you want to add sashings in between for 9-inch blocks, I got you. If you want to put your blocks on point, you have that recipe as well. This book is worth every bit of your money because it gives you so much more than just the album quilt. It gives you all these other things that you can incorporate into other projects and really will work for you. So if you want it, those are available on our website. So in Love is the book. I would grab it and learn some fun things. And if you're thinking of a new project, 12 blocks, this is gonna be fun. And I'm thinking we're going to have a little bit of a quilt along on our blog with this project. I have the blocks, I have my quilt already done, but I have blocks that I wanna practice one more time. So if you wanna practice with me those. Let's go to questions.
Yes, Susan would like to know if you have a die to cut the heart vines, the Sew in Love.
For Sew in Love, no, we only have the silhouettes. So for that one, we only have the silhouettes and everything is already pre-cut for you. We do not have a die for that one. So I'm so sorry, but we have those, and like I said, they're so reasonable for the whole quilt. I believe the $34.95, 36. So very reasonable price on those. And do not forget to use your 10% coupon. Anytime you visit our website, you can type in THANKS and get extra 10% on your purchase. So make sure you do that when you go shopping with us. We are thankful you shop with us. Yes, Erin?
Rose would like to know, are you planning on having a kit for Tahoe?
Yes, absolutely. We already have the fabric. That is our next pattern that is being edited right now, and we're prepping to release kits. And next Friday live, we're gonna have all the kits for our Bluebird collection. I'm gonna showcase them. I've been working on the quilts. I'm so excited for you guys because I have a little surprise, something new. Some of you maybe noticed on my Instagram, I posted a really cool design. So next Friday is our live show where we're gonna show you the fabrics one more time and show you all of the kits. Today, I wanna focus on the Little Sweetheart and show you all of the brand new kits that we just added to our website today. So yes, Tahoe is next one. I'm excited about that one.
Couple of more questions. One of them was for the piecing papers. Can you use those for Honeymoon as well?
Not for Honeymoon. Honeymoon, it's a larger pattern, and I didn't do foundation piecing for that one. I use templates. I'm telling you, try, so easy, and I am definitely gonna make a video showing you how to put those together. It was a dream to cut it and to sew it. I did this quilt twice, so that's how much I love this quilt, and I'm working on a third one, a scrappy version of it. So maybe today, sometimes I'm gonna show you some of the pieces from my scrappy version. Look at on my Instagram feed, and I'm gonna post some pictures so you see what I'm working. I'm using a linen as a very soft woven linen background, and just all the crazy scraps that I have been collecting.
Bonita would like to know, a couple of questions. Is the honeymoon pattern included in the book, and will you have a quilt kit for it?
No, the honeymoon pattern, it's an individual pattern. All the templates are in it as well, paper templates, as well as we have those templates. And for this quilt, what I recommend is we will not have a kit for this one at this moment. Maybe right now we have posted the kits that we have it for for Low Sweetheart. But what I would recommend, grab a half-yard bundle. Half-yard bundle. For the background, we have all the fabric listed, 8515 L1 for the background, and you just need a border and a little bit of accent fabric for this pink. So you can choose what I did, 8511-E, or you can go ahead and choose your own for this area and this area, but this is all scrappy, so really fun. If you want a kit, you can request it, and let's see how many people request, and then we go ahead and make them. But enjoy. I think the half-yard bundle is the place to start for any of our quilts, and then go ahead and get some yardage for your borders and your backgrounds. So another thing I noticed, I have it on the table before we answer another question. This is an amazing kit, and I just want to bring attention for you guys. I showed you this kit once before. It was our Super Bloom kit. So if you would like to, this is our kit of the week. Make sure you go visit our website and grab those. This is probably last time we showcased this kit. We don't have much of that fabric left, so I don't think we're gonna be cutting those, but having the blocks already pre-cut is just amazing. You must try this kit. This is one of my personal favorite, and everything is included. When you look at it in the bottom are all the extra fabric for setting triangles, backgrounds, and everything, and each little package have those beautiful blocks ready, set, go, and have some fun. I have so many friends and so many customers that call us or email, or my friends as I visit with them, like, oh, I'm never cutting my quilt again, I'm doing this, and it is so nice to have everything pre-cut, ready, set, go. So I recommend that one. I put it on the table because I noticed we don't have many, and this is a last chance to get those Super Bloom kits. So grab one if you would like to have it. Any other questions?
We'll just do one last question
Last
to wrap
questions.
it up. And referring to half-yard bundles, would that half-yard bundle be enough to do the Sew and Love quilt?
So for the half-yard bundle would be close to do the Sew and Love quilt. You need three fabrics that are very important in this quilt. I would get additional yardage of 8515-L1. This is that light polka dot. That's the one I showed you. So let me pull the fabric. Whoops, it's coming by itself. Let me show you the fabric that we needed. So this would be this fabric, and then we also need this fabric, and this is 8822-R. We're gonna make sure there is plenty of both of those fabrics on our website. Be patient. As soon as I finish the live show, I'm gonna make sure that the inventory is correct so you guys can keep shopping. I know sometimes many of you already is on our website and we sold out before the show is over, but do not worry, we have the fabric for you. So this is your border, this is your background. Then if you want to grab a half-yard bundles, that gives you plenty of fabric for your blocks, okay? And then what you need is that low inner border fabric. Let me find this bolt and show you which one is it. Give me 1 second. Oh, it's hiding right here. Perfect. And you know what? I noticed one more piece of fabric that I just love. I have to showcase that one as well. See how distracted I get when I look at that fabric? Oh, Don't get me started. I tell you, when this new fabric comes in, I'm all over it. So this is your low inner border. So this one is 8834-L1. 8834-L1, and I use this low caramel fabric with the low red on it, low red accent in my inner border to kind of calm things down before I go to this gorgeous grand finale of beautiful red amazing border. So those three pieces would be something that I would grab it, and then choose your binding. If you want to do a binding from the same fabric, if you want to do a binding from this, or choose one of the other fabrics that we have it in a collection. But I also want to bring your attention my personal favorite, and I cannot tell you how many times I use this one, 8822-L. Look at how stunning this is, tone on tone. And sometimes in some of the blogs I have been using that little bit more, so maybe half yard is not going to be enough, or it's going to be close, so grabbing a yard of this for your stash would be perfect. So those would be probably the ones that I get with this, and then grab this bundle. In the directions for the block of the month, we have a little bit more fabric that you needed because it was done as a block of the month with Fat Quarter Shop a few years ago. So, you know, you need a little bit more. When you're cutting it everything at once, I think half a yard would be plenty. If not, change some of the colors a little bit. Use what you have a little extra, because it really is about red on red. You can follow what I started at, but if you, for example, use a different color in here than in here, and notice that's what I did on my blocks, nobody is gonna notice. You need to have fun. Put your own fingerprints onto your quilts and your project. Make it your own. I am just creating a little platform for you to have a startup point, showing you all the fun things that I enjoy and create. But I have a feeling during the process, if your creative juices start floating and you suddenly decide, no, I don't want a red, I want a pink, guess what? It is your quilt, and you get to do and cut what you want into your quilt. The most important part is that you are having fun and keeping your hands busy and building a beautiful project and building your self-confidence that you did something amazing for somebody that you love. So in love with the fabric, with quilting, and just good spirits could put you on a good day enjoying some fun project. And please remember, if a block is a little bit too difficult, move on to something simpler, build up your skills, and then tackle it up. It's just like an exercise. You can't go ahead and jump right away high. You have to do little jumps, and then eventually you build up the muscle, you build up the confidence that you can jump a little bit higher. So that's what I do. I have to build up my skills all the time too. So have a wonderful day, and I am so thankful you took the time and came to listen to our live show and wanted to quilt with us. We appreciate your business, and we love for you to visit our website at laundrybasketquilts.com, where we trying to put beautiful projects and quilts in front of you to enjoy every day in your sewing room. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.